I just wanted to do something like a little more with my life. I didn't want to go like the normal routes. I wanted to, take a challenge pretty much. And my recruiter helped me by first reaching out to me because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even thought about joining the military in general. He messaged me on Facebook one day, said, "What do you think about the Marine Corps?" And I said, let's find out. Mom and Dad, took me out there to get all the work I needed done. Coach Foley definitely taught me like conditioning and being able to take that stuff, getting yelled at and stuff like that. Coach Amato and Dan Piscatelli both helped me because if it wasn't for those two, I probably would have never even played football. If I never even played football, I probably would have never started wrestling. So I would have never met Foley. I wouldn't have, gone through those intense wrestling practices and wrestling camps and stuff. Kind of got used to that stuff.
I don't remember the year, but it was one of your brothers, probably his first year in youth football, and pretty close. And he was a lineman, but I think he might have been my center. I'm not 100% sure. Probably not. He was on the line, but he was in good shape. He wasn't a heavy kid, and he was above average in speed, and it looked like he should be, pretty athletic. He just didn't know anything about football. So lo and behold, the season's going on. We go to Cornwall, and Cornwall they're just kicking our ass all over the place. So there was a play that the ball, the quarterback reverse pivoted and he handed it off to the running back, and there are probably at least two, if not three defenders from Cornwall were in our backfield, and they clobbered our running back, and we had to send him out of the game. I think he actually went to the hospital. The ambulance never came, but his mother took him to the hospital, protocol for concussion. He got smacked, and then I started screaming at the top. I was pretty boisterous, and I remember yelling at your brother because he never came out of the stance. Literally, he stayed in the 3-point stance, and the guys just ran right by him, and they killed our running back. So I was just yelling, Mahaney, Mahaney, Mahaney. I'll put you in the backfield, and in hindsight, I was probably a little bit over the top for youth football, but if you fast forward to Joe's last game, his senior year of high school, he played. He was a varsity player, very good football player, heart, grit, good tackler, just an all-around good, solid athlete, in good shape, strong kid, pound for pound, very strong. And he had a good season. They had a good season, and Michael played on the same team with him, and it was a playoff game. Was it Cornwall again? Did we lose to Cornwall again? That was that last night? That's crazy how that worked. So lo and behold, it was Cornwall again, and we were really in that game, and our expectations weren't that high because we haven't beat Cornwall in years. And the game ended, and all the parents went out onto the field. It was the seniors' last game, and they were going to wear the colors of Port Jervis Pride. And he came up to me and said, "I want you to know I played football because of you. And that day, many years ago on that field, you motivated me to want to do better."
Well, first obstacle was definitely mentally thinking if I could do it. Now it doesn't seem like that much since I've already done it. But before that, 13 weeks seemed like a long time. And then this guy at MEPS wanted to pretend to be my friend and said, "You have anything else to tell me, don't worry about it, you'll be fine." So I told him, thinking, "Yeah, I'll be fine." And the second I said it, he said, "All right, you're going to have to go back." And then I went back to the doctor, and he said, denied me right there. He said, "You can't join." So then I was kind of like, wow. I just kind of dedicated myself to going this way. I dropped out all my college classes. I was taking. I had my mindset I'm going this route, and then now I got told that I can't do that. It's too late to join all those classes again, so I'm not gonna be able to get into a college. So it kind of made me feel like a little pointless at that point, or it made me feel stupid. Then I went back to the recruiter, and he told me I just got to take some tests to prove that I can breathe, and I had to write like a little essay. I had to like run physical tests and like actually like put a machine on and breathe into the machine. Eventually, they figured out that I wasn't going to die if I ran 3 miles. The cold. That's what I struggle on. Was going to the range, like just standing outside freezing, waiting to go hike to the range. Yeah, that part started getting me mentally. And then I think the one time I actually like went internal was when we were on the BWT, just the basic warrior training, and our instructors decided it was like 30 degrees out. This was like December. Our instructors decided to take us through this deep puddle of water. And no other platoon did it, just our platoon. Deep puddle of water, and then we had to run this like fire and maneuver course afterwards. But we had to stand there, soaking wet, freezing with the wind blowing for like 2 hours before we could run the course. Teamwork is what we struggled on the Crucible. First day was pretty hard because it was really cold that day and we were getting really wet. We had to run like this one event where we were like, the situation was like there was a casualty out in the woods and we just came out of like a helicopter and we had to like go in there, find them, and then like drag them out. And the whole time we were going, we were like patrolling, like, looking for like threats or whatever. Like the instructors would make up threats and stuff like that, make up situations. Our like squad leader was like moving like really slow, and because he was moving really slow, the instructor just kept messing with us more and more, like making more people, like he would just call out someone like, oh, he's dead, pick him up and carry him. At the end, there was like each guy was like dragging 2 people at one point because this guy was going so slow. And then I remember like me and my friend, we were like, hey, screw this, like let's go, like let's just move ahead of them and they'll catch up to us. And we did that and they caught up to us, and we started moving faster. Still occasional guy that always picked the fattest guy to die, and they picked the skinniest guy to carry him. And the hardest part of that was probably the hike back. We got up at like, went to bed at like midnight, woke up at 2 a.m. The fact that like you're like kind of like half running, half hiking the whole time. It's like 1 minute you're walking at a really fast pace, the next minute like you're sprinting, and it just keeps going back and forth like that. And you probably got a main pack on that's like 120 pounds, and it's just really like hot and muggy and bugs all over you, like, just eating you alive. And like you just gotta like set your, like you want to just stop so bad, you want to just be like, yeah, I'm done with this. But like like you're literally this close to getting there, and after you get there, like everything's over, like you're done. Like all that like training and everything, it's over. Like once you get to the finish line, your little EGA, like I'm a Marine, and they kind of stop messing with you after that point. Just wait like 2 more weeks and then just take classes for like 2 weeks and then you're done. Graduation day, like they actually made us feel good about ourselves for once. They're like, hey, you guys, you're Marines, good job. We're like, no way.